Alrighty, alrighty. We pulled Zani. It was a little bit painful. Now let's go ahead. Let's start building her. Let's get some first impressions out of the way. Let's see how effective she is in a variety of different team comps. We got the free-to-play team comp ready to go with our very own SRover, who is all kitted out and ready to go. And we'll also have Phoebe over here, equipped on Moonlit Clouds, ready to support her in confession mode. But of course, they're all level 90. Zani's got a little bit of catching up to do, and hopefully we've done enough pre-farming to get her all the way that she needs to go. So let's just, I'm hoping this is smoother than it was for Cantarella.
Words alone can't repay all you've done for me. Now it's my turn to fight for you.
Okay.
Happen to need an unbreakable sword or a shield that can withstand anything?
Okay, stop glazing. Yeah, I lost a 50-50 on you. Stop glazing. All right, her weapon seems to be basically good to go. We should have it at 90 by now. Very nice. Very nice. The weapon is level 90. Now, of course, we got to get into her skills. And so this is the thing, right? Her Forte circuit is 1,000,000% the most important one. But what I'm going to do real fast is, this is kind of like the leveling technique that I take, is I level up everything until it stops using like the blue and the green mats, so that I don't have to worry about like farming them again. We'll level this up to 10 because this is like one of her hardest hitting abilities. And then we'll have her Liberation too, because we want that Rekindle and the Last Stand multiplier to be pretty damn good. I'm broke. I'm literally broke. Hold up. Let me go consult my financial managers real quick. I didn't think I would be this, I didn't think I would be this poor already. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is like pretty okay. Yeah, I would say her skill's probably like the biggest priority to level up after all of this other stuff. Taking it to 9, I think we're good. I think we are good to test her from here. I don't think we need particularly much more than this, because Zani doesn't really use her basic attacks that much. A level 9 skill, a level 10 Forte, and a level 10 Liberation, and whatever the fuck this is at... Oh gosh. Oh gosh, say you're missing out on about 21% damage percentage. Because it's gonna be 4 times 5, and then 1%... Shut up, I don't care. So that's what we'll be running with today. And we're also gonna have to bundle it, right, with the Phoebe and Zoni set. And that's looking pretty good to me, ladies and gentlemen. That's looking pretty hot, icy fire to me. We're going to be having 116 ER. We'll see if that is enough. We'll see if 116 ER is enough. 2.2k attack. And of course, right, 25.9% heavy attack damage bonus and 30.3. And that's hopefully going to make the nuke on her Liberation hit pretty goddamn hard. And all of these attacks, right, that are going to be considered heavy attack. Oh, this is the longest Forte circuit in the game. 1,000,000%. Heavy attack damage and spectral frazzle damage. Yeah, so you'll see in action that it's not really that complicated. So let's go ahead. Let's get right on into it. And let's start testing her out in her best in slot team in the Tower of Adversity. Looks nice. First things first when it comes to Zani in this version of the TOA is that Zani is going to be a little bit broken. Because first and foremost, right, this TOA is really focused on buffing Zani. You're going to have some additional heavy attack damage bonus increases. You're also going to have an intro skill bonus of Spectral Frazzle, 2 stacks of it, and then that can be triggered once per second, and then Spectral Frazzle damage as a whole is going to be buffed by a lot. So do keep in mind that this is going to be a really over-exaggerated level of performance for her. We're going to make sure to try her out in areas like the Overdrive Zone and the side towers, just to see how it compares. I didn't know that. I didn't know it did that much damage. What in the fuck was that? Why am I almost dead? Oh, here we go.
Some heads at
Boom.
my shield can withstand more than that. Reduce to dust.
Oh.
From the heart.
That's a lot of damage for one rotation for sure. Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Astral modulation.
That's a lot of damage.
Sentinel protection. Crystals. Give me strength.
I didn't even use. I forgot to use Zani's liberation too.
Purify. Power.
No go.
Sentinel.
Come at me. I don't have all day.
Yeah, so the tower buff, in my opinion, is why that did so much damage. Because the tower buff gives you a 100% spectral frazzle damage amp. But, like, wow, that was, I feel like I've got to try it again with the tower buff. And, like, actually use the final move of Liberation because I forgot to cast it.
In war with time. Logan. Sentinel protection. Judgment time. Mover. Be my salvation. Repent. Path is arduous. Power.
Shut.
Sentinel.
Come at me. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. All yours. Don't stand in my way.
Oh my gosh, she's fucking swinging, bro.
Ordain.
Now I have a report.
I mean,
I engraft you new. Logan. Sentinel protection. Crystals. Give me strength.
we're gonna have to test her out in an area where she doesn't have all those buffs, bro. That's crazy.
Purify. Power.
No go.
Sentinel.
Come at me. All yours. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. My shield can withstand more than that.
Yeah, I'm seeing almost 100k from her from her enhanced basics. Yeah, it looks like we do need a little bit more ER. Let's adjust her set a little bit so that she has some more ER because we got like Capitano, we got all that stuff going on. Let me go ahead and pop in this bad boy instead over here so that we have around 123% ER. So that we can just like liberate off cooldown. Let's give this a stab with Phoebe in the side tower where she's not going to have those buffs.
Astral modulation. Sentinel protection. Answer me. Crystals.
All right,
Give me
let's go.
strength. Purify. Power. Sentinel.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me. Don't stand in my way. That's just a scratch. No,
I mean, it's still doing a lot of damage. It's still doing a lot of damage. That's about that just kind of like
Physical damage
Oh, no.
detected. Durability.
oh, she's getting thrown away like trash.
I engraft you new. Sentinel protection. Descent. Mover. Be my salvation. Power of the
shut. I don't have all day. Come at me. Reduce to dust.
Yeah. with no buffs actually active at all, it looks like we are straight up cooking these frauds. We are straight up cooking these frauds, dealing some big swings, some big damage. So now, I think we need a target with a bit more HP. I personally think we might need a target with a bit more HP. So why don't we take this into the overdrive zone?
My shield can withstand more than that.
All right, well, we got the shield strike going.
Astral modulation. Sentinel protects me. Judgment Tower, Bluebird. Be my salvation. Oh, careful now. Power of the sentinel.
I don't have all day.
All right.
All yours. Reduce to dust. Don't stand in my way.
I mean, it doesn't seem that crazy in the overdrive zone.
Vow from the soul.
Now I have a report.
It actually doesn't seem that crazy in the overdrive zone.
I engraft you new. Sentinel protects me. Crystals. Give me
Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty, with Phoebe, it seems like pretty typical to like other DPS characters.
power of the sentinel.
No contest. Come at me. All yours. My shield can withstand more than that. I can spend a minute to knock some
Yeah,
heads
no,
around.
this seems pretty balanced.
Just a scratch. Maybe personally not.
Wait, I'm almost dead. Oh no, Crownless is kind of taking a shit on me over here.
Ordained.
Now I have a report.
In war.
No, he kind of cooked me over there. I died. Zani revived there.
Sentinel protects me. Answer me.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to test it in the overdrive zone. Because I know there are going to be a lot of people saying that, like, oh, this is like the most broken shit I've ever seen. But honestly,
All of you at once.
it just seems kind of typical.
All yours. Reduce to dust.
3 rotations at a full premium Giga build. It doesn't seem that crazy to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now it's time to get into the meat of the discussion today. What I know everybody is looking forward to, and that is her performance with SRover. I have literally had about 30 people begging in chat to see what it looks like when she's with SRover. And I guess this is the condition that I'm going to have when it comes to pairing it with SRover. I'm going to be using Rover with Shorekeeper. If you haven't pulled Shorekeeper by now, that's a personal problem. Because most people know at this point, Shorekeeper is one of the most valuable units in the game. And if you don't have her, well, it's going to kind of suck a little bit in probably most avenues of the game. So we're going to be using Zani, Shorekeeper, as well as SRover. My expectation is that you should have her at this point, especially because Shorekeeper does have that bonus where she literally gives Rover 10% ER, and we're going to be leveraging that in this build. Because A, we're going to be using Rover at 110 ER, and they're going to have Blazing Brilliance. They're going to have a lot of investment on them, right? 310% crit damage on Rover is kind of good. It's kind of high. So that's what we're going to be running with. They do have the potential to do a lot of damage in these lineups. And so hopefully that'll be something that makes sense for all of you guys. We're going to have to do some kind of like shifty swap canceling during some of Zani's attack animations to get the most out of this one. Why not Moonlit on Rover? Because Rover actually does damage. Phoebe's on Moonlit Clouds because Confession Phoebe does no damage at all. She sacrifices her personal damage for more buffing ability. And Rover actually has personal damage, so it's not really worth it using Moonlit Clouds on them because they can actually nuke pretty hard. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's just do a little bit of a build-up over here. I know that looked a little bit crazy, but it is what it is.
In war with time. Float.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness. Moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps.
No contest. I don't have all day. Come at me. Reduce to dust. My shield can withstand more than that.
Not too bad, actually. We kind of did the exact same number of attack chains that we wanted.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps.
All yours. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. Come at me. Reduce to dust.
I sense your weakness.
Vow from the soul.
That's a
I mean, that looks pretty okay to me. It's not as good as Phoebe, but
Swift and resolute. No hesitation. Hopefully the end.
look
has
at this
come.
damage by Rover. It's gonna finish it. I mean, I'm gonna be real here, guys. That's with no spectral frazzle buffs at all. I think that's fine. I think that anyone saying this team was bad, you're just doom posting. Am I wrong? Did that seem okay to you guys? Did that look like a 30-40% damage reduction? You gotta play a little bit sweaty, sure. You gotta swap a little bit during Zani's big attack animations, but that didn't seem like a problem to me. That seemed okay to me. That seemed pretty good to me, to be honest. It's a reduction for sure, but guys, I'm using a free unit. I was using Rover with Chang Li's signature. True, right? I was using Rover with Chang Li's signature, but this is the thing, right? This is the comparison between the two units that we're using right now. I'm using Phoebe over here on Moonlit Clouds with her signature, and so I hope I'm getting premium level performance because I have the 5-star, and I have the signature weapon for that 5-star. That's gonna buff Spectral Frazzle damage. My Rover was over here on goddamn Blazing Brilliance from Chang Li, and then was also on, you know, with full buffs, 81.9, 313. And this is the thing, right? I have 140% ER because I'm running it with Shorekeeper, and I have the bonus ER from running Rover, and it's like, we're doing just fine. Sure, I could change the weapons, but then now I'm at 106.2 crit rate, and that's with a crit damage forecast. I'm at 102 crit rate with a crit damage forecast. That's why I'm using Chang Li's signature. Otherwise, there are wasted stats. Rover will do a little bit less damage there, but you can see we overkilled that boss on the side like crazy. So that's the whole situation that we have going on with that. And so, guys, you have to play a little bit more sweaty with Rover. Do some swap cancels. Move to Rover while Zani's doing the 3rd hit of her enhanced form. But I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be okay. And this is the thing. It's only going to get better in the middle tower. Because the middle tower has a built-in spectral damage buff. It's literally only going to get better.
No hesitation.
Astral modulation.
Swift and resolute. The end has come. Hopefully this helps.
Come at me. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. Reduce my shield can withstand more than that.
Strike from the shadows.
That's just a scratch.
Ordained.
Now I have a
Yeah, we do 50% of its HP.
I sense your weakness.
I engraft you new.
I think it's fine. It looks okay to me.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. Strike.
no contest. Come at me. I don't have all day. All yours. Don't stand in my way. Don't stand in my way. My shield can withstand more than that. Now I have a report to write.
What do you want me to say about Spectral Rover at this point? Guys, it 2-rotated the left side, and it 2-rotated the middle side. Is it really that bad? People are saying it's because of the buffs. That's why I did it on this stage first against the monkeys. Why do you think I did it against the monkeys first? Because I knew there would be people saying it was only because we're doing it in the middle tower with all the buffs. And so, yeah, guys, I don't really know what to say. It's just, I don't think that's a 30 to 40% output difference. I think it feels fine. In fact, I would even dare say the Rover team is more fun to play. I would even dare say, ladies and gentlemen, the Rover team is actually more fun to play than the Phoebe one. Because you do active swaps during her liberation, and it feels pretty cool to do those. The Rover one feels more fun to play because she has those big swings that she's doing. You just swap off to Rover, do a heavy attack, and then the spinning slide. It feels more fun. I feel like I'm doing more. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think there's a problem. I think people were really freaking out. I think there was a lot of doom posting on it. That's why I've always been saying, let's just wait and see how the character actually does. Let's just wait and see how the character actually does before freaking out this much. Because is it really that bad? I don't think it is that bad. I'm probably gonna play Zani with Rover more because the gameplay feels a lot more interactive and a lot more enjoyable. So, I mean, it feels great to me. I had a lot of fun using it. I guess the last team that we'll do it will just be like a for fun one. I guess we'll try this for like just the most like goofy shit ever.
The end has come. No hesitation, hopefully.
Sentinel protection. Shielding others is my duty. Power.
No conflict. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me. All yours. Reduce to dust.
I sense your weakness.
Don't stand. What a waste.
Sentinel protection.
Time.
No hesitation. Moment of resonance. Hopefully.
Sentinel protection. Crystals. Give me strength.
Oh shit! Oh no! I accidentally used Absolution Phoebe. Whatever. Whoopsies.
Come at me. My shield can withstand more than that.
Break.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's whatever. You can clearly see that team works just fine as well. It's a lot better with Shorekeeper to have the crit, but yeah, I mean, guys, the unit's fine. Sure, I might have a lot of investment on the Zani, but guys, the unit's fine. She's fine with Rover. She's fine with Phoebe. Just use whatever you want. Rover, you do more quick swap. The gameplay's more fun. Phoebe is just you build up buffs and then go ham on her. It's not a big deal. And this is the thing, right? My Phoebe performance can only go down because I'm using her signature, and so the damage can only get worse if you don't have it. And Rover's over here, just with Blazing Brilliance, I could just put on Emerald to Genesis and it's not going to be that much of a gap. That's the thing. Rover's fine. Rover's actually good. And so, to people, right, that are always getting too in a mess when it comes to, like, damage potential and all of that, Rover does a lot of damage. And that showed in the clears that we did today. Rover was doing a fuck ton of damage in those Phoebe teams with those resonant skills that they're popping in with every single rotation. And it's not really that big of a deal. So Doom posters, maybe chill out a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. The MC is perfectly fine with Zani. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you all think. These will be our first impressions. I think Zani is great if you're going to use her in a free-to-play team. I think that she has a lot of solo damage potential when using with Phoebe. But if you want to play dual DPS in a way with Rover where you're quick swapping during her liberation, it works just fine. You'll be good. Don't worry about it. So peace out.